That is not caring about your country and putting your country first.
Or your teammates.
Or your teammates first.
Yeah. Unless the teammates are the ones going, dude, say it. Yeah. Because if maybe, dude, maybe the teammates sat with him and went, listen, Ardy, being the star, if you don't say something, the rest of us are screwed. So maybe they asked him to stand up.
But there's more. There's all the Barrett brothers. Like Scott's the captain. Like he's the club, or like he's the country captain, or the team captain. He's like, there's nothing that came out from him because he worked with Razor. All those Super Rugby wins, he was his team. Yeah. He was the captain. Ardy was
strange.
Like when Scott wasn't available, like Ardy was captain. Surely, if there's like qualms between,
you wouldn't make him captain.
You wouldn't make him captain.
Yeah.
Even like, I think Rassie has enough nuts to go. In the Springbok environment, he would go, if that guy is like acting out, like I won't select him anymore, even if he's the best player.
Yeah, he's made that very clear.
Yeah, he's like, we're not picking the best players, we're picking the right players.
Yes.
And Ardy move like that is not the right move. It's like you. Well, dude, you're saying you're the best. Like it's either me or him. Like, but it's like I'm ranting now, but like it's just something I read. And I was like, I was a bit sour about it. We back, baby. We back with another episode of Game Time.
Yevo.
We are episode 36 in the beautiful Redefine Studios here in Cape Town on a windy Monday. And we got some great rugby results. The Bulls finally won.
Well done, boys.
Should have worn my bullshit, but I don't own one, so sorry about that. Fans of the Bulls, I don't own a bullshit unless you want to send me one. We're at the Black River Park Redefine Studios.
Yep, we'll take one of those.
Yeah, if you guys send me one, I'll wear it.
I like their away kit. It's lekker. The blue and white sick.
Bro.
The blue and white sick.
Andre and the boys
it's almost
played
like they kind of got that idea from some other team.
I'm very, very proud that you could see us, just saw like all the photos on Facebook and Instagram afterwards. Like you can see this win, even though like it didn't go very well for a month and a half or 2 months.
Yeah.
This actually means a lot to the team. It's away from home against a top 14 side that does play good rugby, and they've gone and done it in the death with 2 points. So very, very proud of you, the Bulls.
It makes sense when the Bulls are winning. Like everything's in order, everything's as it should be. This adds up for me. When the Bulls aren't winning, I'm like, this is weird. They should be winning.
It's almost it's like the opposite when the Sharks do win. This feels great.
Yeah, you're like, hang on, what's changed?
Yeah,
JP Pietersen is doing a number on that team, dude. Damn, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I've got nothing to say. Like, it's well done Sharks, well done Stormers, well done Bulls.
Well done,
and
guys.
Lions drew their game, but it's fun.
We'll take a draw.
Any big news this week?
Blessed, happy, working hard. We just put out that episode with Frana for Storytime. And that's flying. Nice. People love Frana. He's so funny. So maybe he should come and talk some cuck with us here sometime soon.
Yeah, this is what the show's all about.
There you go.
It's people that love to talk cuck.
Yes. We are top tier at that stuff. We
top of the table cuck talkers.
Exactly. There we go. We actually are, Stephen and I have started having the discussions about bringing in guests. A lot of people have been requesting that, so it's something that we are working on. Once again, the Patreon is live as well, so go check that out. We're going to be balancing all the content between the two things for people that have been following the channel for a while, but also into the Patreon side of stuff. There's some dope stuff going out there as well, but I'm super keen to start getting guests and stuff in and start getting their opinions. It would be sick if like from this weekend, the Stormers win, and then we're like, hey, Auvergne, kom Kak Praat, you know? Which I'm sure he'd love to. He's a bugger. So
and he'll do it for free because he's our friend.
Because he's our friend. Yeah. Yes. We'll buy him coffee.
Of course.
If he drinks coffee. Yeah.
Of course he drinks coffee. He's like the biggest coffee snob in the world.
True, he is, eh?
Yeah.
What's that?
He goes to travels the world, and he's always going to look for like the most fancy coffee shop.
Yeah, but it's him and JJ.
Yeah.
JJ knows his coffee better than he knows himself.
It's brotherly love.
It really is.
It is, and it's good to see it. Like,
yeah, I like it.
I think they must make they must open up their own roast coffee shop type of thing.
Yeah.
And then you can hug like a panda or something.
Butter and beans or something like that. That'd be fire.
Baked bean.
Yeah. Yeah. Ball, butts, and beans, or something cool like that for their coffee shop. Yeah. What's that coffee shop in Cape Town on the corner next to what was I Love the Dough, but is now Tiki 2?
Rosetta or something like that.
Dude.
Am I right?
Why is it so expensive?
It might be Lima shit coffee. I don't know. Like, you know those Limas that poop out the coffee beans and then they roast it?
Oh, is that a thing? I'd actually legit want to try that.
I bought a bag.
Did you?
Yeah, when we went, my missus and myself went to Bali on our honeymoon. This was many years ago, but then I saw the coffee there for the first time, and they said like these little like monkey / ferret thingies eat the beans, and then it ferments in their stomach, and then they poop out coffee beans, and then people pick it up, wash the poop off, and then
you bought monkey shit.
I won't say monkey shit. Like it's a different. It's like not a monkey. It's like a different animal. We'll go look up, and then we'll just
orangutan. It was definitely an orangutan.
Some chimpanzee shit.
Or chimpanzee. You bought chimpanzee shit, dude. They got you.
I put it in a tea bag, and
Did you? Have you actually had it?
No, I bought it. I must have used it.
Must have had it, yeah.
I must have had it. It was good. It's good coffee.
Dope. Monkey shit coffee. Sick. We should actually get on that for
Just Google it quickly.
Yeah. I'll find the Google.
Yeah. On other news, I love sharing going into deep chats on this show. I actually went to go see a sleep doctor.
Really?
Quite a while ago. And I've always been big believer of like sleep is like one of the most important things that you should get right in your health journey or in your fitness journey. It's like if you can get good quality sleep, you feel energized the next day, you'll be way more productive. Or at least I was, and I think 99% of people operate that way. But so I had to sleep with like a little ring and like with the sleep image app. So I've always struggled because I'm a bit bigger, a bit heavier. I struggled with like sleep apnea, woke up a couple of times, snored a bit, especially if I was in Joburg or altitude or had a couple of dops. I would always struggle with my sleep. And then they said, like, listen, you can either get the CPAP machine, which is like the blows like millions of
it goes while you sleep.
Oxygen into your nose, or we can try like a dental appliance, which is like a thing that just keeps your jaw shut.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. Like it takes some time getting used to.
Have you started using it?
Yesterday was the second night I used it. So the first night, like somehow took it off, I think in my sleep, but yesterday, so Sunday, end up drinking some wine on the Bow Constantia, and then from there went across, or like took the scenic route down to Camps Bay and sat there at Harry's for a nice little small dinner. Anyway, so last night I decided, okay, cool, I'm going to sleep with it again. The problem was at 3:00 when I woke up and I had the drogies of hell. Like my water, I couldn't get my water bottle into my mouth, and I couldn't take I couldn't unlock my jaw because of the mouthpiece, which is quite an episode. So I was like, I thought like I'm gonna die of thirst for that.
Yeah, you gotta like snort water into your system just to survive.
But, I couldn't like squirt it because then it just falls out again. But
what is the contraption? Does it look like Invisalign?
It's like Invisalign, but it's like a hard thing that clicks onto your teeth, like top and bottom, and then there's like little hooks that keeps your jaw in a certain position, so you can't snore. You like you don't open your mouth, like, and you mainly breathe through your nose, which is better apparently. I would give updates like down the line. I think.
Please do, because I might actually look at that, because I'm trying not to sleep with my mouth open.
Do you put tape?
Because
tape.
it causes, literally just like tape across the mouth, because it causes you to like develop a shitty jaw structure.
Mouth breathing.
Which doesn't look, it's not great. Apparently you're supposed to sleep jaw closed, breathe through nose.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like literally like hooks. But you get a fright like when you've got drogies and like you can't, like I've struggled to unclick the thing. But anyway,
I panic doing that. Sure, Hannibal Lecter style. Yeah.
But that's part of my one of the things I'm trying to do in 2026 to be better, 1% better.
Is sleep better.
Is sleep better.
I like it.
I like it as well.
I like it a lot. That's a really good idea. I'll catch up eventually. Yeah, on the whole sleep side of things. Yeah, I woke Jess up last night at like 1:45 because 2 friends of mine in New York phoned, and I was like, "Oh my word, yes!" Like full on hour-long chat in bed, and Jess was like, "You don't like sleeping, like what? You just don't want to do it, you know?" And I was like, "Nah, if I didn't have to, I don't think I would."
You have to.
Yeah,
You have
I feel like
sleep.
I'm missing out on shit when I'm asleep. Listen, monkey coffee is an actual thing.
Did you find it?
But I don't know. This isn't. So,
Let me see the photo.
It's saying those looks like a capuchin monkey. But this is saying monkey coffee is a rare, expensive coffee made from beans chewed and spat out by monkeys. This type of coffee is mainly produced in India and Taiwan. Wild monkeys naturally create monkey poop coffee by eating the outer layer of coffee cherries and discarding the beans. This process ferments the beans, resulting in a smoother, less acidic coffee. Monkey coffee is expensive and rare, costing about $100 to $500 per pound.
Expensive.
It is one of the priciest coffees in the world, similar to Kopi Luwak, Black Ivory coffee, and Bat Poop coffee.
Bat poop.
I did not think we were going to talk about bat shit today when we sat in studio. That's madness. What has the show become?
We just informative.
There we go. We're just learning
piece of
about the
content.
world. We're learning about the world through your travels.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, do you want to get into some rugger chat?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I made as many notes as I could possibly make. Can I start with the Stormers game?
Of course.
With Stormers versus Leicester. Did I say that correctly? Leicester Tigers. My notes were great try from Evan Roos with hard work from Paul de Villiers once again. And then later into the game, Paul de Villiers again putting in hard work to get it to Zas for another try. It makes absolute sense as to why Paul de Villiers was man of the match. This is his, third time?
Yeah, it's just like...
It's madness, dude, the numbers he's putting in.
Just like chatting about Paul de Villiers as well, it's like, surely he gets like the nod from the SS selectors.
100%.
Like, I mean, like, this guy is like, he's Branna's 2.0. He's like Dion Fourie 2.0. He's got pace, he's got hands, he's got unbelievable defensive attitude and the way he tackles guys and the way he works around the field. And then he poaches like a maniac, and then he's also got like this ability to carry the ball very well. So I'm like, surely if it's not this year or next year, or maybe give him like a bit more time to develop into his role, like hopefully we see him at a lineman camp leading into the greatest rivalry. Like, just see his name there. Even if he doesn't get selected, he just spends some time with the big dogs and gets to know Rassie and Tony Brown. Did you see Rassie's post about Tony Brown?
No.
I'm not leaving.
I only saw his post about his dog. Him with his dog next to him on the bed. Yeah.
That was quite funny. I had a good laugh. But yeah, I think he has just been exceptional for the Stormers this year. And he's definitely to now, he's my player of the year for the Stormers. If they do their what do you call it, like annual awards, I would say Paul de Villiers is probably my standout player for the Union this year.
Yeah. I'd like to see Paul de Villiers and Evan both get called up. I think if you can get the ball into Evan's hands in the opposition's 22, it's going over the line. I think he's really good ball carrying there.
Yeah. And he's also like he's got a good work rate. Like you see him pop up everywhere. I think with what the Stormers are getting right now, even though yes, there was like a bit of just my 2 cents of the game. Like there's a bit of like couple of injuries in the back line, so there wasn't that fluent, normal Stormers dynamic attack. But then you get a loose trio of Evan, Paul, Marcel coming off the bench, guys that just like absolute Ben Jason's like absolute workhorses. So like even though we make a little mistake in the back line, maybe knock the ball or turn it over, it's just these 3 guys that are just working so hard to almost close down any opportunity there is for a team to make a turnover or make a runaway try, as they like just the work rate is incredible. And then also when they do get their attack right, it's just like Evan, Paul, Ben Jason just like punching onto the ball, hitting little holes, has the ability to make an offload. I love that what I'm seeing currently with the loose trio, with this dynamic backline that the Stormers has.
Yeah. I highlighted one or two players as well. I think I'm saying all their names incorrectly because I literally just typed their names down while watching the game. Johnny Roach.
Yeah.
Played very well. JD Schickling, is that correct? Had a really good game.
Yeah, and that line break.
That is a big man, dude. What? He's 6 foot what? 6 foot everything. Like, and then Imad.
6 foot everything.
Yeah, 6 foot all of it. Imad Khan.
Yeah, Imad Khan.
Imad Khan. Also, great game. Also, such a sick try with the little goosey little step there at the end to make it over the line. I thought that was great. And then, I made note of JD Schickling's just break through the line there. And also mad that the Stormers were losing going into the second half to then have to fight and come back from that. Obviously I don't like losing going into the second half, but seeing that from the guys is great because, again, we've spoken about this like 3 episodes in a row now about heart in the game. And the boys will be behind and they've got enough heart and enough gears to throw into the game that second half was brutal. They came back hardcore. And then my final shout out was just to Andre Hugo Venter on his try, purely because, and not just to him, but to the whole team for it. But it was a perfect line out, straight to ground, perfect driving maul, and Andre was able to get it over the line. It was really cool to see that set piece play out so nicely. I wanted to, just because I thought this would be quite interesting, if you want to comment any further, I just wanted to get some fan comments from the game, just because it was such a nice one to read in the comments from people. Shall I read?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really rated Rus, but he deserves a call up to the box. He's been outstanding for the Stormers this season. Well done, Stormers, onwards and upwards. Was at the stadium, great atmosphere, well done, Stormers. I was actually going to comment in on the stadium saying it was actually a little bit more empty than what I was expecting.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't think even with the Tigers being such a good premiership side, I don't think the Cape Town locals actually understand how big of a game it is. And it's something that I wrote down that I want to bring up a bit later, but I think us as Africans or us as the fans and the people that are watching the rugby, we still need to actually grasp how important this Champions Cup is. I mean, it is probably one of the biggest tournaments when it comes to club rugby in the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're not giving it the respect it needs. But we'll get to that point now. But carry on with the comments.
Stormers have been playing so quick with lightning passes and offloads. Amazing to watch when it goes right. But it's gone wrong a few times this season. Hope they can tidy up into the playoffs. Great work at the death though. Storm Psalm. I don't know if I agree with that going wrong a few times, but cool comment. Paul de Villiers deserves a Bok call up, of which 13 comments to that. Agreeing with that comment. We got our mojo back. They do such a good job. Good luck, Stormers. Moy Stormers, cross kick into the rain in a tight game is a strange call to make. I thought the cross kicks were pretty good this game, actually. They were quite solid. It was really nice to see that sort of thing from Pollard as well in that Bulls game. Yeah. You're getting a nice little duality between Pollard and Villy. It was nice to see it in this game as well, but that's the Bulls game. Stormers, you're lackadung. Look at Rus's maul defense or lack thereof for the maul try. It's those little things that keep him out of the Bok contention. That kind of loafing is unacceptable in the team. I don't really agree with that. I think he actually does very well in the maul and in the breakdown there. Someone saying that was Leicester's B team and they ran us close until the last couple of minutes. They also arrived in Cape Town the night before the game because they had severe transport issues. I'm not understanding so much backslap. And then all the comments to that are people going, yeah, right, thanks for trying, thanks for using transport as an excuse. But I can imagine that would be quite taxing on the team if that was the case, if they did arrive the night before.
There was multiple articles that came out that said the Leicester Tigers at like 51 hours of traveling via, they had to fly via Joburg.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a smooth sailing to get to Cape Town, but I mean, it's still like Stormers has used that excuse in the past. It is tough. Like it is. Travel is such a big part of the game these days because it's up and down, like to Europe, to back, to wherever you need to be to go play your game, and you're only there for a week. So like flying now from Cape Town or Pretoria and you have to go play a game at Clermont, for instance, it is like -4 degrees in Clermont.
Tough.
So then all of a sudden, like it's a big difference. Like, and like it maybe ties into the other games. Like we had Clermont traveling to Durban, and Durban was like cooking. It was like 30 degrees, like 80% humidity. Like the ball was wet, not because of rain, but because of like guys' sweat, and it became like slippery, and the humidity was high. So also like a team like Clermont also sent like a second string team to come and play the Sharks in Durban, which is tough, and also like held on for a long time, but towards the end like just couldn't handle it anymore, and the Sharks just ran away with it. So put up a very decent score with, I think their final score was 50.
Jeez, it was 50 something. I'll find it for you quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know the exact.
Sorry. Well,
it was
50-12.
50-12
final score. But it just shows like it's Clermont held on very nicely for the first 30 minutes or so of the game, but then also like just steam ran out. Like having a second string team, like leaving a lot of their superstars at home. Which brings me to actually a point that I want to bring up before we talk about the Bulls game is a lot of these top tier teams are sending B sides or C sides. Like we saw it with Stormers and Harlequins last weekend. Like sending a second string team, leaving all your superstars at home, you're gonna take a proper hiding. You're gonna take a beating. You're doing the competition name in disrespect, because the Champions Cup, like the Investec Champions Cup, is the same. Like it's the rugby equivalent of the Champions League when it comes to soccer. It's like the best of the best from Europe, and like luckily with the South Africans as well involved in that. It is the top tournament to play in. It's like the ultimate bragging right if you can win this thing, and it's got financial benefits. It's like you put like a little star above your logo. That's how important it is. And I just feel like, yes, there's rotation. There's a lot of rugby. There's a lot of things that are happening, and you need to rest the players. But I feel like us as South Africans aren't backing this tournament enough, and even like other teams that's sending their B sides to come play in Africa or South Africa, it's like it's doing the tournament like disrespect, in my opinion. Like I would rather rest my players in a game where you're playing. You're a done deal for the URC, and then you may be playing against a lower tier side. Then I'll rotate and
give the boys a go.
Give them a bit of a rest. But when you're playing a top side in the Champions Cup, you need to play your top side. Like Stormers had to send. If Stormers could send their best side to go play against Harlequins, maybe get a win, and then rest one or two guys coming back and playing at home, then we probably would have had a home playoff. But now we're missing out on it because
now we don't get that,
because we stuffed it up overseas. So,
well, a lot of the comments from the English fans were negative commenting towards South Africa for doing that exact thing, saying like, you don't take this seriously enough, you clearly don't want to be then don't play in the competition. Which is it's quite a harsh comment. I can understand the frustration, but then in turn we've heard B team got sent from both these games. For the Sharks game and the Stormers game against who they played against. Both were saying, oh, it was our B side. I'm going, wait a second. So we get cucked out if we send our B team, but European teams have done exactly the same thing. So
and also takes beating when they come play on home soil.
And also get walloped, right?
La Rochelle sent a B side to come and play against the Stormers. They got a walloping.
They got a walloping as well.
Yeah.
So like my kind of back and forth on it, it's like a flip of the coin, because you bring up a good point of it is a lot of rugby. The guys are playing almost every week of the year. That's a shitload of rugby to play. But then on the turn of it, I'm going, you also have a point that you would probably have to put a rule in place for the rugby system to go, no, you can't trade out an entire team for sending overseas and then come back. And, no, actually, we want all our stars back in again. How do you balance that now?
Yeah, it's tough because, like, I'm not bad-mouthing any, like, the Stormers or the Sharks. Or
you're not. It's just a question.
Yeah, it's like, Dobbo loves to speak about, like, hosting a Champions Cup final one year. But you can't do that if you don't in top of your log, winning all your games, being competitive enough to yes, if you send a team with maybe you don't send your full string, your full medal side because you want to hold 3 Oaks back or 3 guys play too much rugby, but you maybe holding Neetling for Sheer and maybe Sasha, but you send good enough players to compete, not change the entire squad. Yes, then you might go to Harlequins and you go, flip, we can actually put up a winning performance. But changing almost 80% of your squad, it just first of all, it's gonna demotivate your team, and it's also gonna put pressure on your team because now all of a sudden you lose with 70 points. That doesn't look good on your defensive records. The entire week gonna get scolded out. It's tough, and I love the Stormers. And when I read the team sheet and I heard what the guys were doing, I was like, even though this Harlequin side, we were talking 2 weeks ago now, but even though this Harlequin side was not on good form, I still felt like we sent a very watered down side. Yeah. Which is going to make it extremely tough. And if Dobbo's plan was maybe to get maybe 1 point out of the game or still be competitive, it completely missed the boat. So I don't want to harp on that point too much because I love these guys and I think they're building something special, especially towards the URC. But it's now you're missing out on the bigger picture of this is actually it's like the Champions League of rugby. It's it's the big one.
Why do you think it doesn't get treated the same as URC? What's led to this point?
I don't know. I think the French, even though some of the French teams send second string sides, they still respect the tournament as the ultimate tournament to and they give it more energy than they would sometimes give some of their top 14 games. I think it's because us as Africans don't know it. You don't. Yeah. And I think the coaches do know it, and I think the players do know it, but I think fans don't know it. So sometimes when we send a full strength team, they go why would you send a full strength team? We got Leinster next week in the URC. Yeah. Rather rest your players for that. I'm just making it up now, but that might be the reason. Or they go
which makes sense when done in a manner of, okay, but don't tank the game before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or exactly to your point. Because look, I hate the term of a first team and a second team. And it was the structure of the Springboks that made me think that way. That I was just because someone's on the bench or just because someone's a replacement doesn't make them better or worse or less than or more than. It's just the structure of the team, and it's all done in a certain way to improve the system and the sustainability of the amount of rugby required for the whole year. But then you get a game like the one we're referring to of sending an entire quote-unquote B-side, and I go, okay, now we're kind of just taking the piss. Now it's kind of it did feel like we went, nah, don't worry about that. Yeah. Which if I was playing for the Stormers and you called me up and you're hey, you're going to play against the Harlequins, which is, in my understanding, the Harlequins is a great team. There's guys playing for that squad. What's the guy for England with the little Kafee hair? He's brilliant.
Smith,
yeah, excellent. So good. I don't know, maybe you guys don't view it this way, but I'd be
Smith,
I'm so excited to, Marcus Smith, thank you. I'm so excited to play against him and all the other guys and but then it's oh guys, we got walloped. I don't want to do that again.
It hurts.
Yeah.
As a fan, it's watching it, you're fuck, it sucks.
Yeah. And then we have a game like this weekend, and I'm damn, the boys are phenomenal. Surely there's a way to mix the two together and have a better result.
Yeah. I think it's just sometimes it comes down to with the Springboks, everyone, all 30 in the squad or all 36 in the squad is at the same level. Yeah. You can replace Sasha with Andre and there won't be a drop off in energy. There might be a different game plan, but there won't be a drop off in performance from one to the other. Same with all the props, same with all the locks. I feel sometimes it's with the Stormers and with the Bulls and with club level teams, there's a 23 that's your main 23. These are if they had to pick a team to play against New Zealand, these are the 23 guys they'll pick because they are the best in the squad, the most fit, the most clued up.
Yeah.
And then you get guys that's just below that. And I'm not saying like there's a big difference. I think there's like and it's always been like that in club rugby. You can't actively contract a squad of 50 players that's all on the same level.
Okay.
It's just because guys need game time. First of all, they want to play, and you pick a squad like Sasha will play 85% of the games or 90% of the games. Neetling will play 99% of the games. Like you get your first choice guys, and then when they get injured, there's a guy that fills up, and then it takes him time to get to Neetling's level. And that's just how club level works, because sometimes when these guys don't get game time, they go to the Bulls because now they become the number 1 choice at the Bulls, or they instead of number 3 at the Stormers, they're number 2 at whatever the situation is. I think, and I've definitely, it's not the solution or the how it needs to happen. I just think there needs to be a better rotation in players across the squad of 50.
Yeah.
The Springboks do it exceptionally well, but they've got the talent. The Stormers would go A side, boom, play against the Bulls at Greenpoint, close game, beat them 13-8. The following week, we send a completely new side, guys who haven't played for 4 months, a guy like Skara who's almost haven't played for a year. And now you go and try and compete against a Harlequins team that is hurting, that is desperate, that actually needs a win. And the Stormers are flying high because they're this undefeated side, but then they get defeated by losing all that credit.
Yeah.
Which is sad. But I think there just needs to be they need to plan it out a bit better, and Dobber needs to go like, these are my stars. These Oaks can only play 30 games a year if they stay injury free. So they go, boom, this is a big game, this is a big game, and then you plot it out and you go, okay, cool, who's the next guys? And then they actually have squads that's lined up for each weekend. So they go from week 1 to, so if I go, let's go Ali for Mark. He's injured now, but say Ollie Kebble. So Ollie Kebble is going to play this game, he's going to play this game, he's going to play this game. These are all the starts, these are all the benches, and then you go Andre Geventer, and then you actually plot it out, and then you actually build a squad, and then you know you're going to go play Harlequins away. Then you go, instead of taking Vernon, I'm going to take the third choice, but it's only one player out of the entire group.
I see.
I don't think that's the right answer, and I think it's impossible to do it that way. But at least there's some physical planning in rotating players instead of going 1 week you go boom, full strength Bulls, and then next week you go.
So my question to that, because I think you've nailed it on the head, I just want to kind of play devil's advocate, right? Would you rather have a season where 20 of your 30 or 40 guys are top tier, and every now and then you've got to replace for an injury or a mishap or something like that here and there? Or would you rather have a team where all 40 are at a 70 to 80% capacity, but they're all there? What holds more sustainability and value for the year? That's my question.
It's tough. It's tough.
You see.
Because you want guys who's performing at 100% and maybe they miss out because they tackle too hard and they've dislocated.
Like shit happens.
Shit happens.
Especially. Like.
Yeah. But I think if you had to go, like, I think I would rather have a squad of 40 Oaks that is always available. Because you can work them, and like if this guy, he's only like an 80% player, but you can work him to do this thing exceptionally well. Maybe this is 100% skill and this is a 60% skill, but you work like that he improves in that section.
Yeah, over time he becomes a 70 and 80%. Yeah.
I would actually want to sometime test the stereo of mine, because if you actually plot out in the beginning where your players are going to play.
Well, we have a calendar. So we could plot it out.
We can plot it out. But actually physically plot it out and like put like for each game of the year, you put out a 23 squad. Like these are my 23 this is my captain. If everyone's fit to play, this is what the teams look like. And it's only when there's like an injury, you go like, okay, cool, number 4 gets removed, and we put in, you jiggle a bit.
Yeah.
Or you jiggle a bit, and you go like, oh, cool, he's back this week. So then actually, and you present it to the squad. You go, guys, this is the year. 40 games for the year. this is when you're playing. And how lucky must it be like for a player to go, shit, I'm not playing this game, I'm not playing this game. I can actually book like the wedding that I was going to miss. Now I can go. Or I can
go to that birthday.
I can go to that birthday. But I would actually want to see how it actually pays out because...
And if it works.
If it works. Because then guys, like if I know like, okay, cool, I'm playing, what's the date today? Today's the 19th. I know I'm playing the 24th, but I'm not playing the 31st. I would give like everything this week because I know I'm resting probably 29, 30, 31. I'm resting. I'm only involved in the training for the beginning of the week to help the other squad out.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point.
And then you develop a very mature squad.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would bring you into more games if you're like a third choice player is injuries. Because then the second becomes the first and you become the second. So you have to almost automatically follow suit.
Well, I'm wondering if other sports don't already work that way.
I wonder if the Stormers don't work that way and I'm just don't know.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
And I'm just like, no clue.
Well, if that was the case, when that Harlequins game was put in there, all the Oaks were going, okay.
I think they do plot it out, but I don't think like a full year in advance.
That would be dope, though. That'd be really dope.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure other sports already do that. We just need to catch up.
Yeah, so we might have to take that entire bit out.
No, I love it. Remember, Rugby Planet or Planet Rugby are listening, Roo. They're going to quote you. Yeah. Stephen Kitsoff says he should coach the Stormers.
No, I'm not saying that. Would love to.
That'd be fire.
Yeah.
Dobbo's killing it. Regards to the Bulls game.
Yes.
I wrote down two things. Akka van der Merwe is an absolute unit of a rugby player. Love that oak. Secondly, there was the moment in the game where the ref grabbed his jersey and pulled him out of the...
Controversy?
Dude. Now, I was backing the Bulls in that game. But the ref doing that led to a try.
Yes.
Are you allowed to do that shit?
Yeah, it's not something I've seen like...
Never seen it before.
Yeah, I don't see it like multiple times in games. I've seen like guys run in the ref's channel.
I've seen the ref like tap people on the back.
But that's just to play the ball.
Yes.
Like if the ball's stationary or...
Yeah.
I've never seen him physically pull a guy's jersey like almost a meter.
Dude, it was a hard yank.
Yeah. And on that moment, like he broke and then he scored.
Yeah, found the open channel and got the try. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to do it.
I'm not sure about that. Unless this ref is like a flippin'...
Maybe he's a
How would the ref know that goal was going to be playable? Because I could also I don't know, there's a game last year. I'm fumbling on my words today.
No, you're nailing it.
There was a game last year where Akker slapped the ball out of Herschel's hands, caught it, and then sprinted 50 meters. I don't even remember. It was
I think I do remember that actually.
And then
was it in the bottom of the...
Yeah, Herschel
ruck?
picked it up and he was running, and then he caught it, and then he sprinted, and he only got caught a meter in front of the line. So Oaks got gas, and he's a big guy. I think even though the ref maybe instead of this, if the ref just tapped him, it would have looked fine. He said play it. Like you need to play it now, otherwise it's going to be a turnover. And then that motion, not helped him, but when he broke off, it was just nothing going to stop him.
Yeah, and pulling him, it makes it look like you pulling him into the direction of the channel that's open. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Had it not become a try, I would have gone, that was weird, he pulled in his jersey. But you just happened to pull him into the open channel that, led to a try.
Yeah.
Which, because I'm South African and I know that we blame the refs a lot, I'm doing the duty on ourselves as well. And I'm going, if the ref did that to the opposition and it led to a try, bet your ass you would have had the entire country commenting on YouTube going, this is not fair. He's in support of the team. I had to bring it up. I had to say it. It was weird though. Never seen it before.
I've never seen a jersey pull like that, but I've seen the tap. I've seen players run physically into the channel of the ref, and then there's a small obstruction, but it doesn't affect the game. Carries on, and the guy goes and scores a try.
Yeah.
I think normally, more often than not, when refs do get in the way, they'll blow the whistle and like almost reset the game with a scrum.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
sometimes that happens.
It's like rugby is such a dynamic game. Like they could have been pulled the jersey and nothing could have come of it.
Yeah, and we would have been like, oh, that was weird, and moved on. Yeah.
Now that he scored and Poe lost the game, now it's like, shit.
And it's like, dude, why are you assisting?
Yeah. Was this ref paid a couple of bucks by Mr. Rupert?
Dun, dun, dun.
Because Rupert owns the Bulls and he's got all the money in the world.
Oh, does he? Is he loaded?
Yeah.
Does he want to give away some of it?
I hope so.
We should ask him. I'll put up a Blue Bulls flag here for if he gives us a lot of money.
I'll stand like this.
Yeah, just be like,
Bakkankie.
please, sir,
Just give me your black credit card.
can I have some more? Yeah.
Can I have your card?
Yeah. Let's get into Sharks versus ASM Clermont. Did I say it correctly?
Yeah. I think we touched on it a bit earlier, but as well as Clermont, currently the weather is -5 degrees.
Yes, that's cold.
and Durban is about 30 degrees with a real feel of 50.
Bit of a difference there. Yeah.
About 35-degree difference.
Yeah.
But it's tough. I think I'm very, very chuffed with the Sharks and how they're responding.
Yeah.
I'm very chuffed with what JP is getting right with the team. You're seeing a bit of their stars coming back and actually performing well.
Vinny had a great game.
Vinny always plays. Vinny's like such a good talent.
Same as Hendricks.
So Fussy scored a
Yo,
blind
dude,
over
Fussy
try.
performed. Those cross kicks from Fussy as well.
Yeah, so it is a tough game, and I think it's also tough for the European teams, like especially when you don't send your full strength team.
Yeah,
it's tough to come and perform here because I don't think the guys are used to it. Like for us, for South African side to travel to Clermont or travel to Brive or travel to Paris, and you go play in -4 degrees.
Yeah.
Or 0 degrees, and the field's like semi-frozen, and like you can't feel your fingers, and the whole week it's been snowing, and it's like miserable. It's not like we're not used to it. Like it's tough.
That's quite cocky.
And even comparing like going to London or like Glasgow was like probably before the Champions Cup. Glasgow is probably like my worst destination to go play because it's rainy, it's windy, and the field is as hard as this tiles underneath the carpet.
Yeah,
it is like tough to play there. Compared to when we used to play Super Rugby, it was like pristine. It's like these pristine fields, like everything was grass, big stadiums, no wind, and now you go play in like a small little stadium. The locker room is as big as our studio, and now you've got like 40 oaks in this little space. You're not used to it.
Yeah,
and I think teams are slowly getting used to it, but it's a big aanpassing adjustment.
Adjustment. There we go.
It's a big adjustment for the guys.
Aanpassing. There's another word I'll learn.
Word of the day. But yeah,
I made one or two really cool notes, I think, which we've already said. Fussy, great. Vinny played well. The scrums and lineouts for the Sharks were awesome.
Yeah.
I think JP Pietersen is doing a really good job with the Sharks. It's so nice to see them starting to win. Apologies, we'll say the name wrong. Jurenzo Julius.
Yeah.
Damn, that guy's good.
Talent.
Jeez, that guy's
Youngster.
Yeah.
Love him.
He played like a unit. Chuchuka
Vincent
as
Chuchuka.
well. Great game. And then I'm going to say this wrong as well. Subale.
I haven't seen much of him, but I think he's done very. He played.
I kind of made note towards it. Those are like some players that especially Julius watching. I was like, dude, this guy's good. Yeah. Like, I think if he can rock like that, he'll 100% get a call up for that kind of position. That'd be fire. A fan made a comment under the video on YouTube that I thought was quite interesting because in the Sharks game, a red card was awarded for the
foul play, tackle in the air.
Yes, which the only reason it was foul is because the arms wrapped, which sent them in one direction. And I just thought this comment would cause a nice little conversation. The comment was, the risk of being red carded for challenging the ball in the air is not worth the risk. Just wait for the player to catch and then tackle them. And I wanted to get your take on that.
So it's a tricky one because I remember that clip very clearly, and I remember like what happened. Both players jumped at the same time. The Sharks player was just in a more realistic catching position compared to the Clermont player. I think if he didn't wrap, the Sharks player probably would have landed on his feet, in my opinion. But the action of Clermont 14 or 11, I'm not sure who it was, caused that motion and caused him to land like severely on his back and quite dangerously. And that's why he got red carded. Okay. I think if he competed and realized, shit, this guy caught it, and then almost just bailed out of it and landed on the side, that Sharks player probably landed on his feet and carried on running. But now he's like, he jumped and then the guy landed in his arms and he wrapped. And then,
it did look rough.
Yeah. But also, I think well done to the ref and realizing that it's more of a rugby accident that was warranted the red card, but he didn't go permanent red card, you're off.
It was
you're
20 minutes.
He gave him a 20-minute red card, which is, I think, great refereeing because you realize like what this guy did was like irresponsible, but if he probably bailed out, it would have been nothing. It would have been a penalty only.
Which that's where that 20-minute red card makes sense to me in that circumstance, where I'm like, a yellow doesn't work because it's very dangerous, but a permanent red, I'm also like, dude, it's rugby. This kind of shit happens. So that's where it lands perfectly in the middle of like 10 isn't enough, we'll give you a 20.
Yeah. Because it was like that perfect that both jumped at the same time. It was just the Sharks player out jumped him by a half a meter, got his arms to the ball first, and then it becomes like don't play the play in the air type of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
If he jumped and if this happened, nothing. It's like play on. It's a rugby collision. If this happens where the Sharks player jumps higher than this guy and this guy doesn't actually get off the ground, and that happens, that's like super foul play. That's
that would be permanent red.
But because both jumped, but the one just jumped a bit lower, and he was also like looking at the ball, arms up, and then the Sharks guy caught it, and then he just wrapped, and that motion happened.
Yeah, I took him with him. Took him on holiday. Yeah, a little trip.
It's quite a great neat little UFC, WWE move that.
Yeah, little over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Want to touch into a topic that is trending big time still within the world of rugby. Razor getting sacked from New Zealand. So I wrote down some stats. Basically, you probably know this already, but just out of interest, he was 2 years into a 4-year contract, and he was at a 20 of 27 record, which is a 74% success rate, which is lower than both coaches that were there before him. I think the one was an 86 and a 94% rate. But a 20 out of 27 this far away from the World Cup, I don't think that's the end of the... New Zealand haven't been New Zealand that we know of, but I'm sure 7 years from now, when we go through a little bit of dip, because such does the system of rugby, we'll go, okay, yeah, but we've got young guys coming through, some guys retiring, whatever,
You don't see it like that.
Hand the baton over. But they don't see it that way. And they're kind of going like, hey, sorry, you don't have the success rate of 94% that New Zealand usually do. Cheers, let's get rid of you.
It's tough because like Rassie's done an exceptional job with the Springboks. So Springboks are like this unbelievable trend at the moment. Like they, it's 84% or 85% win rate. They do exceptionally well. But also like the way the team is performing consistently is what the people like and like to see. So all the players are happy, all the management are happy, all the stakeholders are happy, the people that's higher up managing guys are all stoked with what the Boks are doing because the money's coming in, the team's winning. It's a good trajectory for the World Cup. What's happening with New Zealand is, yes, Razor's not getting the victories, but I don't think it's a Razor fault. I think also, as you said, there's a transition in the thing. I think probably with a good review and a bit of a reshuffle in the way they do things, they might have had success leading up to the next World Cup. Because Razor was one of the most successful Super Rugby coaches in the history of Super Rugby. Like the amount of times he won the tournament with the Crusaders, the squad he had, the way he's like transformed the team and worked with them. So, Flip, I think also like playing international rugby against like some of the best in the world it's a bit of a step up compared to Super Rugby. But at the end of the day, like it was the player's decision. It was like an Artie.
Yeah, Artie wasn't. He said he won't play if Razor stays.
I think that's where it becomes a tough conversation because now it's your coach or your star player.
Dude, to get rid of the coach.
Like in that way and saying, listen, it's either him or me. I would have said, like, bro, it's like you're not putting New Zealand first. That is not making New Zealand better.
Yeah, see, I would like to know, again, we are speaking out of turn, but this is also just a bit of Kak Praat, which is lekker. I want to know why. Why does Artie feel so strongly about getting rid of him? Because I think if that was released, if that came out, if it was, I don't want to play with him because of he said this or he did this or he
was
treated
inappropriate to me.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, try to like grab a bum cheek every now and then or something, you know, like something ridiculous. Like
he tapped my bum when it was inappropriate times.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Only do it when we win.
Yeah.
Like then I go, oh, okay, wow, okay, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like you're right in that I actually used the example. It wasn't in reference to the store. It was in reference to something else. But on certain sets, if your lead star actor is not happy with a certain department or with a certain person, they have the power to go forward and be like, don't want to work with that person anymore. That person can then be fired, replaced, let go of, whatever you want to call it. I've always felt really uncomfortable about that. And I say that not wanting to step out of turn because I know there's a lot of weird, sketchy shit that can happen on a set. Yeah. So obviously, there's certain things that I'm like, by all means, get rid of that person. Anything out of place, derogatory, sexual, any of that kind of stuff, 100%. But if it's we don't get along, I just don't like them. We just bicker and fight. I'm like, guys, come on, it's a place of work. You know, like
you're not supposed to.
You're not going to like everyone. You know, like if it's a personal qualm in that sense, I'm like, this is quite silly. And that's why I wonder if it's a personal qualm with Artie and Razor. And I'm like, guys,
I don't know.
You on a good streak. Yes, it was a loss to Argentina. And yes, it was a lot of losses to South Africa. But you're also currently competing at an international standard where everyone else is getting better. Australia are on a little bit of a climb again. England are playing very well lately, and they're going to do better and better. Argentina
pushing.
They're doing well. We, obviously, who we are, the greatest to ever have done it. So, like, it's not your fault that we beat you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be so hard on yourselves.
It does, like, what excites me, it does create a bit of, like, drama and tension for this greatest rivalry coming this year. So that is, like, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I agree with you. I think a head coach is selected because of merit. Like, he's not just put there because he's won a lucky draw contest and all of a sudden he's head coach of the ABs.
That would be mad, though, if that was true.
Imagine that. He's on merit. He gets selected because of his credentials. He should know about 80% of the squad. Either have worked with them before, worked with the management. So the people, he knows the squad and he knows the people and he knows the team around him. They wouldn't just put a clown in there just for the sake of it.
No, exactly.
Or like by people's choice. They go like, Razor's the best because he's won 7 out of the last 10 Super Rugbies. Like they go like, okay, so it's actually good. Like and now one player goes, or I don't know if it's one player, but like one player goes public about it and goes, listen, it's either him or me. If you don't get rid of him, I'm going to go play my rugby at Leicester or in Japan. I go like, bro, like, that is not...
Yeah,
that
is
not,
quite a drastic...
That is not caring about your country and putting your country first.
Or your teammates.
Or your teammates first.
Yeah. Unless the teammates are the ones going, dude, say it. Yeah. Because if maybe, dude, maybe the teammates sat with him and went, listen, Artie, being the star, if you don't say something, the rest of us are screwed. So maybe they asked him to stand up.
But there's more. There's all the Barrett brothers. Like, Scott's the captain. Like he's the club, or like
True.
he's the country captain or the team captain. He's like, there's nothing that came out from him because he worked with Razor. All those Super Rugby wins, he was his team. He was the captain. Audie was
strange.
Like when Scott wasn't available, like Audie was captain. Surely, if there's like qualms between,
You wouldn't make him captain.
you wouldn't make him captain.
Yeah.
Even like, I think Rassie has enough nuts to go. In the Springbok environment, he would go. If that guy is like acting out, like I won't select him anymore, even if he's the best player.
Yeah. He's made that very clear.
Yeah, he's like, we're not picking the best players, we're picking the right players.
Yes.
And Audie move like that is not the right move. It's like you.
Well, dude,
you're saying you're the best. Like it's either me or him. Like, but it's like I'm ranting now. But like it's just something I read. And I was like, I was a bit sour about it because I might have also read it wrong or maybe not had the full picture. But it was just the articles that came out that I read. I was like, it's a bit tough for me. It's like, as a player, you get selected to do a job. Whoever's your guy above you, yes, of course. There's like it happened to Jake White. He was outvoted by the players, and of course that's like you either get rid of the coach or you get rid of the players. Like what's going to cost you the least amount of money?
Whose fault is it?
Yeah. But like it's not like they had a bad year. Like I promise you, like you would have knuckled down this year and go, like we're going to change the trajectory of All Blacks rugby.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, Audie, if you could have like manned up and said like, listen, I take full ownership for what happened to this team this year, and I'm going to do my bit to change the course of this side, then I would have been like, Audie, that is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Not go like scapegoat.
Me or him. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like.
Boot out the back door.
Yeah, because and why I said it as well, and why I'm feel so strong about it. I'm currently reading a book called Extreme Ownership, and it's about these Navy SEALs that just in the beginning of the book still, but like where he talks about like if something goes wrong with my platoon or something goes wrong on the battlefield, it's not I can't go blame the sergeant, or I can't go blame that guy or the sniper or the guy that looks after the explosive. It's him as the leader.
Take the ownership.
He takes ownership. So when there's like a debrief, he goes, I didn't do enough. I didn't make sure that I analyzed every position that the enemies can come from. I didn't. And I was like, that is like eye-opening because it's so easy to shift blame. Like, 100%. Oh, it wasn't a good year. It's like,
Well, also shifting blame, I can't make you do a certain thing. I can only make me do certain things. More gets done if I just say it's my fault. If it's me, I go, okay, what can I change? If you also do that, we both change it.
Grow and
exactly.
You grow
rather than going, I didn't do anything, you should do it. I can't make you do that thing.
It's such a big thing at the Springboks as well. It's like taking ownership of your thing.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
Springboks are good at that.
Why when a scrum goes backwards, I go, oh, but this guy didn't scrum. I did everything I can. No, you go like, shit, I made a mistake. I'll be better.
Yeah.
I'll go in the week. I'll make sure I tell us like, listen, you fucking,
listen, motherfucker. Yeah.
You drop me.
Drop me one more time.
It's one more time, and it's like you get a stud in your shin. But that's how it must work, because then you go into the meeting and go, listen, sorry, coach, I screwed up. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Or I'll be better. I'll be better for it next time. I'll learn from, and like that is not an ownership move for me. That is like it's like pointing fingers, as Rassie always says. One pointing to you, 4 pointing back.
Point, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get into something very quickly. We want to start doing something just to touch into one more international rugby topic, where fans can phone in. You can phone into the show and you can join us in the conversation through a phone call. So let's see if he answers, and then I'll introduce who he is. How's that?
How are you?
Good, thank you, Bugger. Ladies and gentlemen, Kanan has joined us. A topic that I really want to bring up with you, because we spoke about it recently, is Henry Pollock. And we share different opinions, you and I.
What a guy.
And recently he put in a performance that was incredible. However, every time he touched the ball, he was booed by the crowd, as in every single time. You can hear it in the highlights of the game. What is your take on Henry Pollock? Because you've mentioned to me before that you think he is very important for the game of rugby.
I think like it comes twofold, right? The first thing is I think he must be genuinely the most spoken about rugby player on the planet for the last 3 months, maybe since the Lions tour. I think him as if you take it backwards and just look at him as a player, I think he's a phenomenal rugby player, unbelievable rugby player. Very smart rugby player, super athletic for a back row, like a very modern back row. As a person, I mean, as an Englishman, I love his abrasion. I think you need abrasive players to be successful as a rugby team, regardless of it being international or club rugby. I think more so than that, like if you listen to old heads in the England camp, like Jamie George did a really good interview about Henry Pollock when they were asked what he was like in camp, and he was like, you have a lot of youngsters come into camp and they're very shy and they aren't themselves, where Henry Pollock was like the complete opposite. Like he didn't try and go in and own the show, but he was super comfortable and super himself, and that kind of allowed him to settle really quickly into international rugby. And evidently the kid backs himself. Where I think is important, like I said to you, Josh, is that like I think we as rugby as rugby as an institution, like globally, we have so many copy-paste, like cookie-cutter personalities, bro, where someone like him, where he's really expressive, is super important for us to kind of grow the game globally, in my opinion. He's so marketable. This is what I said to you, like, there'll be so many companies in the UK that won't have a rugby player on their books, and they'll look at him and be like, we can put some cash behind him, let's sponsor him, etc. So that's why I think he's important. Minus him as a rugby player and his abrasion and personality or whatever, that's why I think he's important.
No, I agree. And even guys like Eddie Jones, like he says, mate, good on you.
How's it, bro?
Good. Even guys like Eddie Jones is saying that he's like the ultimate hybrid athlete. Like you see him running on the wing, he's chipping the ball, he's out sprinting Damien Pinau and scoring tries. He's becoming like this hybrid athlete, and it's also like, as you said, like I've said, I spoke about on the show about the arrogance, and I spoke about what of a good athlete is, how different my opinion has changed, of how my opinion has changed of him often. But I think I agree with you. I think he's changing the game in the way that is better for rugby. There's going to be more like him. There's going to be more Quaggas roaming around. There's going to be more Andre Esterhuizens, guys who can play centre, can play wing. So yeah, I think what Henry Pollock is doing is good for rugby, and I think is good for rugby in general. I think also having a villain every now and then is not too bad. It's not too bad for the game, and love to hate him. That's the type of chat we need to have.
Yeah, there you go, dude. I feel like England are so good at being the villain. You guys love that shit. England love being the arrogant, like, it's coming home. You and I have spoken about this so many times.
Bro, but just on the villain thing, right? I think every good side needs a villain. Every single top side has to have a villain. Whether it's Faf being annoying on the fringes of breakdowns, whether it's
Johnny
Backies
Sexton
being
was a great option.
Awful physically, you need a villain, bro. We still play a contact collision sport, and you need to have someone who's willing to be abrasive. The rugby will never change in terms of that. It will still be man-on-man physical sport. So... yeah, I think you need villains to be successful.
I like it, dude. Yeah, my biggest hill to die on in terms of villains was always Nick White.
Oh, no, but he's just a puss.
We'll bleep that out.
Oh, I love it. Yes, bugger. Well done. See, dude, there's still Safa in you.
Oh, shit.
100%. There was I'm going to be really honest with you. The Australians had two halfbacks at the same time. It was Nick White, and I think his name was Mike Phipps. Both of them, pusses. Top tier puss. Both of them.
It's just an Aussie thing, dude.
100%, especially for like scrum halves, bro. It's like scrum halves are bad enough in general, but Australian scrum halves, anyways.
Well, dude, you can see a little bit of that, like getting in your face out of someone like Kobus Reinach as well. He's very good at like getting under the skin as well.
But he's the right side of the line, like Brood. Like you see videos of Nick White and Mike Phipps like pushing physios out the way, and there's lines, Brood. There's lines that you can flirt with, but I think they go beyond the line in my opinion.
And you think at this point that Henry Pollock still balances that line very well with his online presence and all that kind of stuff?
Look, there is some stuff I think if I was to play against him, you can get him into some niggles. I think every single team that plays against him now will try and just get him into off-ball nonsense because he doesn't take a step backwards and he's still really young and he hasn't learnt where that line is. So he'll continue to get into those scuffles and stuff, which can, like, you can take him off the game a little bit, I would say, because he has that. Like, sometimes take your medicine and walk away from things and concentrate on the game. Where, like, look at videos recently, bro, he gets into scuffles for no reason. And but I think, if I had to be honest with you, yes, I still think he's the right side of the line.
Okay, cool. I like your take, dude, because you've always managed to be very unbiased despite being English.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like I said to you, if I'm going to be really honest with you, like, as good as England's auditions was, they need to thank whoever the matchmaker is. England need to thank whoever the matchmaker was that they didn't play. They didn't play any of the real big boys. Didn't play SA.
Yeah, fair point. But I'm excited for the World Cup. I think you guys are going to perform very well in the next World Cup.
It's so hard to predict, if I'm going to be honest with you. I just can't look beyond the SA depth. It's just like Rassi has made this just behemoth of depth, bro, and belief as well. And that's the main thing. If you know that you come from stock of winning it for so long, it almost feels like, regardless of what 15 SA put out, they'll find their way into the semis and the final.
I agree, dude. Lekker, thank you for calling in. We're going to call it from here.
Always, lekker bit.
Appreciate you,
Cheers,
bugger.
boys.
Love you lots, man.
Cheers, man.
Love you, man.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. A lot of interesting chats on that one.
Yeah.
I think just from rugby, bringing Henry Pollock back into the conversation. Razor, very proud of all the South African teams. Please remember to subscribe, hit that like button, tell your friends. We're not that bad, guys. We really love doing what we're doing at the moment. So, yeah, see you guys next week.
Peace.